In order to understand what O10 platform does, we will go over the real-life experience with identities, and then we will review how does it flow in a blockchain network. In real life, there are authorities, a user with her wallet, and authorities are giving identities that the user stores in her regular wallet. And what happens when the user loses her wallet? She becomes sad, buys new wallet, and goes to all authorities and requests from them to issue new documents. And exactly the same happens in the blockchain, just the wallet is digital. There are authorities, user, and identities that are stored in her wallet, and if something happens, user needs to go to all identity providers and request from them identities to store back in her wallet. And what are the obstacles? Let's summarize them. Privacy. Due to transparency of blockchain, pseudonymity does not protect too much. Identities are stored at user's wallet, and it is enough that user will interact with somebody. Third party will able to track all actions that user did in the past and will do in the future. And in fact, user becomes the single point of failure despite blockchain itself has no single point of failure, because once access to the wallet is corrupted or compromised, regain control is cumbersome and tedious, because users usually have between dozens to hundreds of identities in their real life. As well, proof of authenticity, it fully depends on the actual implementation of the wallet. How can I prove to service provider that I provided knowledge or inherence factor proofs when I try to use identity with service provider? And solution that we propose is hierarchical cryptographic identities. When user generates so-called blinding point that is derived from a password and from secret key of your wallet, and this blinding point user gives to authority that requests from it so-called root identity. Then, using root identity and password, user generates another blinding point. He gives it to another authority and requests from it associated identity. So let's review how does it work. Cryptographic identities do not leave issuer's wallet. As a result, privacy of users is not harmed. And the root identity commitments are derived from the identity value itself, password of the user, and some secret key of the wallet. And this will give verifiable proof of knowledge, and ownership depends on password and secret key, and service provider will know if ownership was proved, so password was indeed provided. Associated identity commitments are derived from the identity value itself, password, and root identity value that serves just as a salt. And the ownership of associated identity depends on the password and on controlling the root identity. And if needed, the control of all associated identities is recovered just by recovery of control of root identity. And as a result, users do not need to go over all identity providers for asking them for issuing new identity, but just goes to authority that will issue new root identity, and that's it. Cryptographic proofs are generated by user on the fly and transferred off-chain through O10 cloud-based platform. And every packet contains mandatory small piece of 32 bytes that are known only to owner of identity in advance, and packets are not transferred through dedicated secured channels like HTTPS, but via global sharded swarm, and this provides owners of identities with the capability of inevitable detection the unsanctioned usage in the case of secrets compromising. If this small piece of information will be observed in that swarm by a user, she will know that somebody tries to use her identity. As well, biometric verifiers will participate as identity providers and will provide the capability of verifiable zero-knowledge inheritance protection proofs. Thank you.